Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So first off, I'm extremely tired. So if I look it, yes I am. Second off, I tried to do something a little bit new with my eyeshadow. I tried like a little green color since I'm wearing a green shirt. If it looks bad, I apologize. I'm sorry, but I tried. So we're going to talk about Amber Portwood today. Her new book, you know, it's out and I told you guys I was going to get it. I got it. And one of the perks that I'm going to do for my members, if you are a channel member or a Patreon member, we're going to do a book night where we go over this book together. That's probably going to start next Monday, and I will probably do the book nights Monday night and Thursday night. So if you are a member, just keep your eyes peeled. Probably Mondays and Thursdays, we're going to be doing live streams that will probably start around 9 p.m., last till about 10:30, where we read through the book and comment on it. You guys can, you know, as I'm reading it, you guys can share your thoughts on it. Now, if you are not a member and you want to get in on this, you want to be a part of, you know, listening to me go over the book and sharing your thoughts of, you know, what's in this book, you can become a member. Just, there is a join button down there. So search for that button. But if you can't find it, don't worry, because in the description box, I always put the link to my membership. So you can become a member of my channel, or you can become a member of my Patreon. Either one is fine. Either one, you will get access to the live streams. So yeah, we're going to start that next week. I'm super excited about it because, to be honest, when I found out she was coming out with this book, I wasn't very excited. I was just like, oh, we know everything about Amber. It's probably just going to be a lot about, you know, her mental health. It's probably going to be a lot of excuses and not taking accountability, and I just don't have time for it. Now, since the book has came out, you know, excerpts have leaked and people, they've been writing stories on some of the things that have come from in this book, and it tells me now, like, oh no, I think it's going to be interesting and I want to read it. A few things that have come out so far, and I've put videos out on these things, is the pregnancies. So we found out that Amber, she's been pregnant like 5 times. You know, she had Leah, and then she got pregnant by a guy that was an addict while she was also an addict, so she made the decision to have an abortion. She got pregnant 2 other times, to which she miscarried, and then she got pregnant with James from Andrew. So that was, you know, something that we were not aware of. And then another story that I covered that came out of this book was the fact that she's had over 40 sexual partners, men and women, and that she used to want to have sex 4 to 5 times a day. Yeah, so that was a story that I spoke about. And now we're going to talk about another story from this book. Yeah. So despite the fact that I'm not, you know, going over this on a live stream with you guys, like chapter by chapter, there will be things, like very interesting things, that I will do these little videos about. So this story that I'm talking about, though, is where she basically claims in this book that her ex-fiance forced her to take hydrocodone. Now, she does not name who her ex-fiance was, but she's only had 2 fiancés, and one was Gary Shirley and the other one was Matt Baier. So we're going to assume it was not Gary Shirley. So I'm going to go over this article with you guys, and then I'm going to share my thoughts, and then I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. So Amber, she has admitted to taking plenty of drugs in her short 30 years of life. However, in this new book, she states that there was times, or at least one time, that it was not her choice to use harmful medication. She claims in this book that her ex-fiance once forced her to take a pill, despite knowing that she was doing her best to maintain her sobriety. In this book, like I said, she does not give her ex-fiance a name. She just refers to him as ex-fiance. However, based on the time period during this book, where she was at and everything else going on, and the fact that she's only been engaged twice, Gary and Matt, it's very clear that she is talking about Matt. Also, I do just want to say this is Amber's side of the story. Many of you guys know that, you know, I was friends with Matt Baier. So I want to be clear that this is her side. If Matt Baier wants to reach out to me and say, this is my side, he's more than welcome to do that, and I will tell it. Anyways, in this book, Amber admits that at the time that she met Matt, she would drink. She would have the occasional drink. But she was doing her best to stay away from pills. She had previously had an addiction to a variety of opioid medications, and she states that Matt was aware of that. He knew that she was sober. She was sober from taking pills, that was an addiction that she had, and that she was trying to stay on the right path. She was trying to stay in recovery. She didn't want to take any pills, but he allegedly forced her to swallow one. I keep saying swallow. Oh my goodness. This is like the third time I've tried to record this, and I say swallow. So he allegedly forced her to swallow one in order to get her to be more lively. What? That is wild. So in the book, she wrote, I was doing the best I could, staying away from the amount of drugs that had messed up my life so badly before jail. And my fiance, he knew it was a daily struggle for me. I think the biggest red flag in our relationship was when he forced a hydrocodone in my mouth. Yeah, I would definitely say that's got to be a huge red flag. If that, if that took place, my thing is like, it seems like that was kind of early on in the relationship. Why not just say, well, yeah, not doing that. You know the struggle you went through. You know the struggle that you went through when you had to, go to jail because you were so addicted to drugs that you knew there was no way that you would stop doing them unless you were incarcerated, So why would, if someone forced me to, I would not see that person. I would be like, okay, you need to leave. I'm not okay with that. Call the cops if you have to, because that's just wild. She said in the book, we had just met. So there you go. It's not like you were years into your relationship and you guys had some sort of establishment where you guys had things together and it would be hard to break up or whatever. She said we had just met. And he wanted to see a little bit of the party girl he had read about in the tabloids. So he fed you hydrocodone. She said, I guess depressed Amber wasn't enough for him. When I said I had given up pills, he shoved a pill down my throat. If that isn't true love, I don't know what is. Yeah, that I just don't get it. Because, she even states that they had just met. He had not moved in. She still could have sent him back on his way. And that's what I would have done, definitely. She also claims that Matt would frequently threaten to call the cops on her during fights. Now, we've heard Amber during fights. We've heard Amber fight with Andrew. We've seen Amber fight with Gary. And we know that she can be pretty abusive as far as physically, verbally. So I can maybe understand why he was doing that. Were you hitting him? Because we heard in the audios where she was cussing, she's cursing Andrew and hitting him. And he's like, oh, why are you hitting me? I'm holding our son James. And then there was a time where she punched him in the nose when they were in the car and it busted his nose and their son was in the... So I could understand that. She said he would throw himself down a flight of stairs during a fight and then tell me that nobody would believe me if I said I wasn't the one that pushed him. I just don't understand the reasoning. I don't want to sit here and be like, I don't believe this, I don't believe this, I don't believe this. But a lot of this doesn't make sense. Or I can understand it. Like the threatening to call the cops during a fight, I can understand that. I don't understand why someone would intentionally do something that could potentially hurt themselves just of the possibility that they may tell on you. Well, I'm gonna burn my finger real quick and I may just tell someone you did it. Or I may not. But either way, I'm gonna burn my finger. That way, if I decide I want to tell somebody you did it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shave my head and then maybe I'll tell someone you did it. If you're gonna go through that to throw yourself down a flight of stairs, I would feel like you've already committed. You've committed. You've already threw yourself down a flight of stairs, probably hurt yourself. You done got too committed to not tell anyone. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I don't know. It don't make sense. She said he once hit himself in the face and told me that he was going to have me arrested for beating him. It was a bad cycle and it only got worse. Amber claims that Matt also hit her. She alluded to this on one of the episodes of Teen Mom where her and Gary, they were at a therapy session. And she said that there were times that she would not get Leah because she had bruises on her face. I do remember that episode. She was saying I was trying to protect Leah because I had all these bruises and I didn't want her to see me like that. So she thought that it would be better for her just not to get Leah. In the book, she wrote, my fiance used to slap me around on a pretty consistent basis during arguments. So, from the way that it seems, maybe they were both physical with each other. I don't know. But I just feel like if he did force her to take a pill, then she should have booted him out right then. It should have been nope, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to be with someone that wants me to get messed up, that is literally putting my sobriety in danger. I have a daughter to live for, not doing this, kick his butt out. The calling the cops, I feel like, you know, if she was getting physical, then he should be able to do that. The slapping around. So I don't know, you guys. I'm excited about getting into this book. I've really been thinking about reading it this morning when I was getting ready. I was like, maybe I should start reading the book. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to hold off. I'm going to read it live to the members. That way you guys can get my live reaction. Haven't seen it, haven't read it, other than some of the stories that has been put out. So yeah, I'm ready to get into this book. So yeah, you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think about Amber saying that Matt Baier forced a pill down her throat, that he would threaten to call the cops on her during fights, and that he would hit himself and say that he was going to call the cops and tell the cops that it was her, that he would throw himself downstairs? Like, that's a lot. That's kind of wild. The Ashley did say that she reached out to Matt for comment and will update when there's more to the story. So I guess, like, if he responds, she will update her site, and I'll update you guys. If Matt responds, I will jump on here and I will give you guys Matt's side of the story. So yeah, you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think? A lot of people, I've seen a lot of comments, people saying that they don't believe these stories in the book. So what about you? Do you guys believe the stories? Let me know. Drop it in the comment section below. Make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. If you want to become a member so you can enjoy this book with us, please click the link below and go through the steps to set that up. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.